and welcome to this short flow for runners. We will start in child's pose. Bring your hips over your heels and fold your chest over your knees. Reach with your hands and take a few deep breaths in and out your nose. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Concentrate on the space between your brows. Relax your face. Look forward and come to a tabletop position, stacking your knees under your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Make sure your index fingers are forward. And inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, shoulders down, push your chest forward for a gentle back bend, and exhale, round through your shoulders, chin to your chest. Inhale, spread through your chest, shoulders together, maybe look up, exhale, round. Last time, inhale into back bend and exhale, round through your spine. Push your chin to the chest and engage your core, bring your navel in. We will now take another back bend. Bring your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Here, make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders and your shoulders are pushing down, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Slither through into your low cobra. Push through the front of your feet. Engage your core and squeeze through your glutes to protect your lower back. And back to child's pose. Take a deep breath and exhale, downward facing dog. This is your first down dog, so you can gently bend through your knees. You can walk your dog, bending one leg at a time. Make sure you're spreading through your shoulders. Engage your core. Breathe your navel in and up. Come to your tippy toes and really extend through your back. Take a few breaths here, really lengthening through the back body. And you can keep your knees bent, or you can start engaging your quads, really squeeze through the quads to bring your knees down to your mat. Inhale to raise your right leg up. Bend your knee, open the hip, but keep your shoulders squared. So really try to not change anything in your upper body. Inhale, knee to chest as close as possible, and step your right foot forward. Untuck your left toes, come to a low lunge. First, keeping your fingers on your mat and then bringing your hands onto your right knee. Inhale to raise your arms up, interlace your fingers except index fingers. Look up, bend deeper into your back to open the shoulders a little more, and bring your hands down. Actually, just left hand down. Bring your right arm up. Feel free to stay here, or for a deeper stretch, reach your left foot with your right hand first, opening through the right shoulder, and then bringing your left heel as close to your glute as possible. Right arm up again and bring your hands down to the mat. Inhale, hands to your knee. And exhale, step to the front of your mat, fold forward. Here, keep a micro bend in both of your knees. Grab the opposite elbows, really relax through your back body. Bring your fingers underneath your shoulders and step into the tabletop pose again. From your tabletop, another knees, chest, chin to the mat, really squeezing your shoulder blades together and bringing your shoulders down away from your ears. You can stay here, or you can slither through into low cobra, or even upward facing dog. For up dog, remember that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders and push through the front feet. Really, really squeeze through your legs and bring your navel in to protect your lower back. Inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths in your downward facing dog, really pushing through your hands, pushing through your heels. Raise your left leg up, bend your knee, open the hip, but remember to keep your upper body stable. Inhale, bring your knee as close to your chest as possible and step it through the front of your mat. Right knee comes down, right toes untuck. Both hands to the left knee, open up through the shoulders. Inhale, arms reach up, interlace your fingers except index fingers. Open up through your chest, but make sure your shoulders are down and your hands are next to your ears. Inhale, open up a little more, and exhale, right hand to the mat, left arm reaches. If you grabbed your foot on another side, do the same here. Reach your right foot with your left hand, open through your shoulders and bring your right heel as close to the glute as possible. Just really expanding through your chest and your hip flexors. And exhale, fingertips underneath your shoulders and fold forward at the top of your mat. If you can't touch the floor, it's okay to keep your hands on your shins or on your ankles. Keep micro bend in your knees and really lengthen through the back body. If you want to start straightening your legs, what will help you is really squeezing through your quads. So if you touch them, they should be really working, not jello-like. Inhale your belly really glued to your back. You'll have more space to straighten your legs. Inhale to a flat back, fingertips underneath your shoulders, and start walking your feet wider to the sides of your mat. Malasana, Yogi squat. Here, make sure your back is as straight as possible. Push your knees out with your elbows and bring your hands in front of your heart. Here, really push with your elbows. Spread your knees a little more and straighten your back a little more. Bring your right fingertips down, reach up with your left hand. Gentle twist here. Come back to center. Now change side. Left fingers down, right arm up, twisting open to the other side, and come back to center. From here, step your left foot back. Left knee down, untuck your left toes, both hands inside of your right foot. Tiptoe your right foot to the side, really opening deeper through that right knee. You can stay here or try bringing your forearms to the floor. Or you could use blocks underneath your forearms. Take a few breaths here. This is a great hip flexor stretch on that left leg and also a good hip opener on your right leg. Come back, fingertips underneath your shoulders. Inhale, step back to your Malasana Yogi squat. Inhale to straight back. And exhale, step your right foot back, right knee down, untuck your right toes. Both hands inside of your left foot. And if you open up through your left hip on the other side, do it here. And bring your forearms down if you did it on the other side. And really take a few breaths here. Back to your fingertips. Step to the front of your mat into your Malasana, lengthening through your back, pushing out your hips, your knees with your elbows. Slowly straighten your legs. First come into a forward fold, then flat back, and then standing straight, top of your mat. Face to the side of your mat now. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Heels in, toes out, bend your knees to a goddess pose. Now here, really squeeze through your glutes. Come as low as you can and open up through your left shoulder by bringing your right shoulder down. Back to center, left shoulder goes down, back to center, do it again, and make sure to not dump your hands on your knees because you have to really squeeze through your legs here. Straighten your legs, come back to standing. Turn your toes in, expand through your chest, arms reach up, and exhale, fold down to Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. You can keep your hands on your shins or on your ankles. You can grab your toes, bending into your elbows, really lengthening through your spine and your hamstrings. From here, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale into a flat back to reach your right arm up, opening through that right shoulder with a gentle twist. Exhale back to center. Inhale your left arm up, opening through that left shoulder, looking up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale and exhale, take another wide-legged forward fold, possibly a little deeper, walking your fingertips behind, and inhale back to a flat back, walking your hands to the front of the mat and come back to a tabletop position. From your tabletop, walk your knees to the front of the mat and sit on your shins. We're going to take a hero pose. So lean back on your hands and see how you feel here. This is a great hip flexor stretch, and you can keep your hands underneath your shoulders, or you can come to a deeper stretch by bringing your hands to your forearms. See how you feel here. If your knees are not bothering you, if you're comfortable and you want a deeper stretch, you can lay all the way down on your mat, taking a few deep breaths here. I love this pose as this is a great hip flexor opener, especially if you run a lot. Your hip flexors get really tight, or if you sit a lot, actually. If you want a deeper stretch, you can raise your arms up and bring them over your head to also stretch through your shoulders. So something to be mindful of is that this pose does put a lot of pressure on your knees, so definitely listen to your body and see what feels good in your body. Come back to your forearms and back to seated. Now lay back on your mat, keeping your knees bent, feet on the floor. Bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Flex your right foot and bring your left foot up and thread your hands through and grab your left hamstrings or your left shin. Take a few breaths here, but make sure your shoulders stay on your mat, and if not, make sure to modify so that your head and shoulders do stay on the mat. A few breaths here. Feet back to the mat. Switch left ankle on top of your right thigh. Thread your hands through, bringing your right foot up a little bit and grab your right hamstrings or your right shin. A few breaths here. Just remember to flex that left foot. This will protect your knee. Few breaths here. This is a great stretch, especially if you're running a lot, to open up your hips. Now, bring both of your knees to your chest, grabbing the outside of your feet. Happy baby pose. Open up your hips a little more and relax. Bring your feet down, keeping your feet close to your hips and open wide with your knees. Supta Baddha Konasana. Close your eyes. We'll take a two-part breathing here. Inhale first through your belly, feel it expanding and rising, and then move the air slowly to your chest. Feel the chest rising. And when you exhale, bring your chest down first, and then belly goes in to fully exhale. Inhale, belly rises, chest rises. Exhale, chest down, belly in. Inhale, belly rises, chest rises. Exhale, chest goes down, belly goes in. Bring your hands by your side and take a couple of normal breaths here. And you can stay here as long as you wish, or if you want to move on with your day, bring your knees to one side. Slowly open your eyes and prop yourself back to a seated position. Thank you for joining me in this flow. I hope you feel a lot better than when you started. Namaste.